My name is Rajat Dhawan, and I'm a trustee with the Brooke. I live in London, and I'm here for a site visit in Pakistan. Today, we are here about 16 kilometers southeast of Multan city in a brick kiln. There are 9 donkeys over here, and there is a community that supports them. Donkeys, as you probably know, are the main animals that are used to transport bricks. It is important to put this in context in terms of the community that supports this. A lot of this community is extremely poor, and they're often not very educated, and therefore they're not aware of the right practices to take care of the animal. Often these animals are the main lifeblood of the family. The male typically uses the animal on a daily basis to get daily wages, and the women in the family typically take care of the animal when the animal gets back home. Children are also sometimes involved in taking care of the animal. Now, because of the overall conditions in terms of low wages, poverty, education, it is really hard to prioritize, care of the animal versus, taking care of the community and the people itself. What we've seen since this morning is how Brooke has been involved in taking care of the animal directly and indirectly through the community, empowering women groups by educating them in terms of compassionate handling of the animal, looking at better nutrition, feeding them food which is better for them, not necessarily more expensive, but more practical measures of getting food which actually helps the animal, giving water to the animal more frequently, just like human beings need, looking after the donkeys when it's really cold, simple things like having better protection on the legs, on the face, etc. We've also looked at how children are becoming involved in getting more aware of handling of the animal, not beating up the animal, or kind of tying their legs in the evenings, for example. Men are also involved in understanding better about animal welfare, about cleaning wounds, looking after the animal through veterinary practices that they've learned either directly or through 3 levels of veterinary care that Brooke has provided a structure over here. So overall, the community that I've seen this morning feels very supported in terms of not just taking care of their animal, but also taking care of them. Also linking this community to government schemes so that from a financial perspective, health perspective, and education perspective, both children, women, and men are more involved and more engaged in the wider society in Pakistan. Overall, my experience this morning has been quite eye-opening in terms of how the community is being involved and the work that Brooke has been doing. I feel that the money that is coming or being donated from many donors back in the UK is definitely being put to use in the right way. There are proper mechanisms in terms of how interventions are made, how they're measured, doing a pre- and post-test analysis to see how the condition of animals, horses, donkeys, and mules has improved over the last few years over here, especially in this Britkin, and is continuing to do so. If you are an existing donor or are thinking about Brooke to be one of those charities that you'd like to donate, I strongly encourage you to do that because it really is making a difference to these communities, to these animals. Your donation is greatly appreciated.